My fantasy football team, after a 1-5 start, not only made the playoffs, but also made an amazing run to the Super Bowl as a huge underdog.
This game is over!
And then I got blown out in the Super Bowl by over 45 points.
Back to back, baby!
And there it is! Mr. Albert has won the Super Bowl in fantasy football.
Back to back, baby!
This is the second championship in a row. And excuse me, here's my reaction to it. It hurts, but
my buddies lost 3 in a row.
Ow. So he's one away from pulling a Buffalo Bill.
No, and then the crazy thing is, like, I'll pull up his thing right now. We do it on Yahoo, but like, he literally had to pick up a championship team just to put in, because the other guy had Lamar and Saquon, and it was like a in-season trade, like how he got Saquon. So from there, he was rolling. I think he went like 10-2.
Well, let's get right to the recap. So Belichick yourself, Mr. Albert, has won his second Super Bowl. I just want to say congratulations to your championship. You're on the verge of building yourself into a dynasty, winning 2 in a row. And I know we shouldn't look into next year, but if you win next year, you could get the 3-peat. I know we should just celebrate the championship now, but how do you feel about another Super Bowl champion, second year in a row?
You know, I remember when I first joined, because I think you've always been 12, and I was like, damn, this is a lot of people. But I don't know, you just kind of get the hang of it. And like I said, you just got to get lucky. Like, I mean, I'm just looking at my squad right now. I picked up Baker. I'm pretty sure I drafted Jordan Love. Jalen McMillan stepped up. I don't know who I lost, but I lost somebody on here.
Yeah, you can find out.
I'm just looking at it, yeah. Or no, I had Devontae. I have Devontae and Malik Neighbors were probably my like top wide receivers. But it's just pure luck, really. I mean, I didn't think Neighbors was going to get 36 points this week.
I didn't either.
Bryce Hall and Rashad White just not even 12 points together. It's just matchups, really.
It really was. Like,
win's a win, though. So,
well, the favorable matchup that you had was Baker Mayfield and McMillan. They were both playing for Tampa. They played against Carolina. When I saw that, I was like, oh no, he's probably going to have a really big day, which it did happen. And they actually exceeded expectations. The funny part was in the earlier parts of the game, we actually thought it could have been a very low scoring Super Bowl. And then you text me going, Baker Mayfield is saying F my team, basically, by scoring 34 points and 23 points off of by McMillan, and Neighbors with 36.1. And obviously we're going over the score already, which he told it to 137.8. Before Monday Night Football, I had James Cook with 11.3, Tyrone Tracy with 9.3, Jackson Smith and Jigba. That game, I think, killed me most of than anything. Only 6.2, only had 3 receptions because I guess Seahawks can't play in Chicago well. And I guess Chicago's a weird place to play in December. I think it's one of the last places you want to play other than Lambeau Field. Dalton Schultz, the tight end, did almost nothing because CJ Stroud is having a sophomore slump. Brian Robinson didn't really do much for me, 8.9. My biggest blunder was Pittsburgh Steelers defense because I thought they would have the Christmas mojo to stop the Chiefs. Nope, should have played it safe by playing Jim Harbaugh's Chargers, which could have gotten me 12 points. My kicker was okay, 9 points. But on the bench, I was left with Marvin Harrison Jr. because I was tired of playing him. He was like maybe getting me 6 points at most. And of course, the time that I do bench him, he actually does pretty decent. But going into Monday Night Football, I was down by 91 points. And although there was a little bit of a spark of hope where when Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown, like they were really he was just throwing it to Amon-Ra St. Brown continuously in the third quarter. And as soon as they scored the touchdown, like I was excited. I was thinking a comeback is possible. But then as soon as the 49ers stalled their drive and missed their field goal, I figured, yeah, that's probably it because all he's going to do is just run the football, which Gibbs was pretty much the killer of my team because he got quite a bit of a carry since Montgomery is hurt. So, but I mean, I can't complain too much because I had a 1-6 start.
Did you really?
And before that, I drafted 1-5. I drafted Amon Ross St. Brown over Jamar Chase. That could have made a difference. CJ Stroud 1 spot over Joe Burrow. So I already, going into the season, my team was already kind of not so good. The 1-5 start had to go 6-2, bailed out by another guy, ironically by Jamar Chase. Had a crazy run to the finals. So yeah, second place sucks, but considering the run I had, I shouldn't have even made the playoffs. And frankly, I shouldn't have even forced the final game that both of us actually did. I think we both forced our final games and we made the playoffs at the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had to win out, right? Like you had to win the last week also.
I had to win that last week. Luckily, I had an easy matchup, and then I needed help from I needed 2 of 3 to help, which I actually got.
Yeah.
And now I'm
looking over how I drafted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I'll see who you drafted, and I can read it off because I have basically everything, and we can compare. And obviously, as you can tell, everyone, this is the season recap, a quick one. So round 1, you picked Breece Hall.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he'd have a better year because he did. I mean, who did they have last year? Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson did pretty good. I'm pretty sure he had a better year last year than this year. So obviously, I mean, this is when we still think Aaron Rodgers is going to be old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, the Aaron Rodgers we know and love.
Yeah.
Second round, Devontae Adams was meh.
He did meh. I mean, he had 40 last week. What was it last week?
I think so.
There was
something, yeah.
Yeah, it was that week where he had no catches, no targets in the first half. And then he had 198 yards. I think it was in 2 touchdowns in the second half.
Something like that.
That was last week. Let me go look.
Third round, you drafted Rachaad White.
Yeah, see, it's I didn't think what's his name? It's not Tank. What's his name? Bucky Irving. I didn't know he was going to be that good.
Yeah, no one really would have thought that. Fourth round, you picked Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, see, out of the season.
Yeah, that didn't really work out. It only worked out for you for one game. Round 5, Malik Neighbors. Yeah, he was your.
Yeah,
he actually worked out. Oh my God, he was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got him that late.
Yeah, he really fell, but everyone was scared of having with Daniel Jones as quarterback. They wouldn't have thought anything.
What did he finish as?
He finished pretty well.
6 right now.
Yay. Yeah. Tank Dell. He kind of went underwhelming, but I can see why you drafted him because CJ Stroud was the quarterback.
Yeah, sophomore slumps for QBs is a big thing.
It's a thing, yeah, which I completely ignored.
I thought, I thought CJ Stroud would be good. I was like, oh, he's going to be the one that breaks it. No.
Jordan Love was your round 7.
I don't even use him. I think I might have used him the first couple weeks, and then I think he got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt, didn't he? Was that this year he got hurt? Missed a week or 2?
I think so, yeah. They thought he was going to be out for the season, too.
Yeah, and I think from there I started Baker, and I never looked back.
Ezekiel Elliott from the Cowboys, and did almost nothing.
Yeah.
Round 9, Jaylen Warren.
He probably only played bye weeks.
Taysom Hill, which he blows up when he wants to, basically.
And he was doing great until he got hurt.
Yeah. 11, it was Darnell Mooney. Round 12, it was Cowboys defense, but defense is really just Russian roulette at that point.
Yeah.
Trey Benson. Wonder if he's related to Cedric Benson.
I don't know who is that.
That's who you drafted. Baker Mayfield was your 14th round pick. He was, I would say he was a steal.
Steal.
Oh, he was a steal.
Yeah.
That was a steal pick. In the 15th round, I can't even say his name. Oh, it was some Texans kicker.
Oh, Fairburn or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I used him.
And then Cole Kmet.
Oh, the guy from the Bears.
Yeah. He had 3 good games.
Yeah, I mean Caleb. Well, you don't watch college that much, huh?
I haven't really watched much college much. I watched the Michigan game last year, but it was like, ironically, I cheered against UW because I don't really support the Huskies anymore, unfortunately. I
Yeah.
used to. Well, with the championship that you have achieved, and before we get to that championship, if anyone that cares about the third place consolation game, which did happen, of course, RPO Tank won 137.2 to 127.8, so he gets his third place award. But most importantly, Albert, you'll be getting the bag of money by tomorrow as soon as scores finalize, unless someone hacks into our league and go, oops, let's give Rooftop Sports all these points. So I gotta wait until it happens. But if you care, or if you're willing to answer, what are you gonna do with that bag of cash?
Well, if you're Venmoing me, however many, I don't even remember. I have to basically Venmo it out because I hold all the money for my league anyways. So it's going literally from one fantasy person to another. But I'll be back next year.
You'll be back next year. And how do you feel about the new pressure? I mean, you should celebrate now but until then, you have to prepare for a possible three-peat. So how do you feel about the three-peat? Do you feel it, or do you feel the hangover, or do you feel like, nah, I got to honor Belichick's name?
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That would be cool to run 3 back.
He's never won a three-peat either.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. 3 or 4. But I don't know. All depends. I mean, would I have 5th this year? I think you should because I wouldn't even know. I was gonna say I think you should let the champion pick where he falls in the draft, but I wouldn't even know where I'd want him pick in the draft anyways.
Nah, I still do the old classic David Stern
Oh,
1985
that's right. The
shuffle the
lottery.
cards.
That's right.
I make sure I don't bend the corners for my name either. Well, yeah, it's if you win a championship, it'll be pretty cool. And actually, let's look at our previous champions that we've had. In 2013, you weren't there. It was Ben. He's not even in the league anymore. He won. 2014 was Max. 2015 was Zach. I lost by 5 points. Death by running back. First, 16 was Jeremy. Not in the league anymore, unfortunately. Craig won in 17. Max won again in 18. Alex won in 2019. Guy named Crosby won in 2020. Max won in 21. I won in 22. And you have won 2 of them since, in 23 and 24. And I think last year you also won in pretty impressive fashion too. I don't think that one was even close either.
Yeah, I don't remember much last year.
I can look it up and see how you completed.
When's the last time we've had a newcomer? Because I feel like it's been a while. Like we've had the same group for a while, haven't we?
Let me double check. Oh, his name is GG Easy. He's the last newcomer. That was as of, I think it was last year.
But like we've had like what 80% of the league for like the last like 6 years.
Yeah, it's been pretty consistent. Last year, it was a close one. Last year you won 139.7 to 132.5, but this time you won a bit more comfortably. And 139.7 sounds, I think that's almost the same score. Wow, you almost scored exactly the same as you did last year.
Yeah.
So you almost beat yourself.
Yeah, you need 135 to win, really.
Pretty much. And it was a long shot for me. I needed like 100 points to win. But if I did, I think my phone would have blown up and they would have all called me the lucky bastard.
Did you like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you switch players in and out, do you find a way to win or no?
Wait, if I switch players in and out, like what do you mean?
Like as an alternate lineup, do you still win? Or do you
Oh, if I theoretically, no, not even close.
Oh, really?
Like even with Marvin Harrison would have been like another maybe 6 points, and Russell wouldn't have been any better. My bench was even worse.
Oh, really?
No, so That stunk the hole. My team was like, I think the best way to describe it was I should be happy I even got here because I'll say it again. I should have not even made the playoffs or even forced a final week. And everyone was blowing up my phone about it. It's like, how you get so lucky? You couldn't even be in the playoffs. And now at least one person's happy about it that I didn't win.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who. Like, I think in another league, I think I just did it for like shits and giggles, and I was like, oh, I'll start Penix. But who I had, I mean, it was like a fourth place, it was like a fifth place game, I think.
Oh,
Well, like, but I had Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield on that team. That team, like, I don't know, like, I lost to the number 1 seed because like it's one of those things where like I kind of just squeeze in, and it's like in that league too. I think I beat the number 1, or I lost the number 1 seed by like 10 points, but it's like I'm not starting Baker Mayfield over Burrow, especially not after the run he's having. Even though they're kind of both neck and neck if you really look at it, but
if only
then
the Browns still had Baker Mayfield.
yeah. Did you see that thing where how they started DTR, I think it is, like Dorian Tompkins Robinson for the Browns? Like they
Yes.
had Jameis, but then I think he's like 1 for 6. But I think he's 10 now. And that was like the worst ratio of all time.
When I saw the Browns first make that move, I know there were Browns fans that were excited, like, yeah, Deshaun Watson, Baker sucks. And I was like, no, this is going to be bad. And considering how much they gave up from and they gave him that contract, I was like, yeah, they're done. That was that whole, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He had one bad season, really. It wasn't even his fault. And they just gave up on him. And now the Browns are the Browns. I think they used to be the lovable losers. And now I think they lost that credibility just to be called the lovable losers. Now they're like, they kind of deserve everything now. They kind of did it to themselves. Can't really call them cursed.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that anyways.
I think they were just trying to be cute.
It's kind of like with Cousins. Like, I'm not surprised Penix is playing, but like at the same time, I wonder why they outbidded themselves for Cousins.
Yeah, when they could have just let Penix play as a rookie. It was
Even
kind of.
then, I don't think the market was that high for Cousins to begin with.
No, I was surprised what they gave him.
Yeah, I think they just gave him whatever his agent said. He'll play here if you give him this. And they're like, okay. And then they got him. Because it's like coming off a torn Achilles. I was just like, I don't really know who would pay him that much, but
I guess it's a sell when also Georgia has a pretty lower cost of living compared to at least basically anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I guess that was a sell, but I don't know. But I think I pretty much ran out of things to talk about. We already talked about that you're a champion. We already talked about a third place game for like a split second. We talked about how this championship happened. So I think I'll close it. But once again, Mr. Albert, congratulations on championship number 2 and best of luck for championship number 3. While maybe I'll go cry about finishing number 2, or I'll just be happy that I even made it this far and made an incredible Cinderella type run.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like I said, it's just I got super lucky, I guess.
Yeah, it was absolutely like we said, it was the season of underdogs, and I think it's easy to say that this was probably the most exciting football season that we've ever played. Like, there were so many years where we already like it was. I think 1 year it was like a matter of seedings, and it was a matter of like maybe 1 or 2 teams, but majority of the standings in the final week was actually still up for grabs, and even the bottom 3 teams or the bottom 2 teams, it was like Seattle Water Bottles and Macaroni and Cheese that drafted the Madden Curse. Christian McCaffrey, they were still very competitive. So I will say that this is probably the most competitive season that we have experienced, and hopefully we can experience that again for next season. And also, my goal for this league is to bring as many people as possible for a draft plus pizza night. I think that would be a fun experience. So we'll see. I mean, we're like, what, 9 months away from that draft? So
is everybody
on the plan? Anyone local? No. Let me see if who is the local out there. I can check before we take off. It is RPO Tank is local. Anthony's local. Auto Draft is in Seattle, but local. Epic Sea Films local. You're local. Wait, are you local? You're probably like Everett, right?
No, I'm in Bremerton, so like west
Oh,
of you.
You have to take a ferry.
Yeah.
Rooftop Korean, of course, I am. GG Easy, I think he is. Fan Price, Linwood. 8 equals D is local. Dirty Birds, I think, lives in San Jose, so probably not, unless he flies. Maybe just catch up with his brother, because he's also brothers with Anthony, as we were all on the same flag football team. Macaroni and Cheese is local. Seattle Water Bottles lives in Houston. So I think best case scenario, we can get like 11.
I was
Maybe.
gonna say, it would be cool to do like when you say like meet up somewhere, like just meet up and bring laptops and then draft, or did you want to actually like do a live draft?
No, live draft. I've actually experienced those. They take too long. Like the last time I did a live draft, half the league was doing weed breaks.
Oh,
And
really?
it was like it's a lot of preparations needed to do. I'd be like, nah, just bring a laptop. Hopefully the place that I would know of has really good Wi-Fi and everyone, or people have to bring their hotspots with their phones. But hopefully we get the Wi-Fi on there. So
Yeah,
I guess we'll figure that out. But
yeah, I was gonna say, I'd be down to try it. Might as well.
yeah, might as well. I mean, we've been together in this league for about 10 years. It's time for everyone to finally trash talk with each other in person.
Yeah. What's it called? When does the last game of the preseason? Is it literally on a Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's no, they're always a Saturday, but you know
Is
the
it
drill
always
that
Saturday?
we usually do the draft like around the Labor Day, because to account for any last minute injuries. I've been in leagues where someone did a draft like in the middle of preseason, and like I think a quarter of the league probably already had injury problems.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just harder just because like I think I might be in 5 next year.
5. One
Yeah.
is all. This is all I've got. This league
Yeah.
is my baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it. And once again, Albert, congratulations on your championship. Enjoy it. And you'll get the payment by tomorrow morning as soon as everything is finalized. And for everyone, thank you very much for being a part of my fantasy football league, following the scores, following my YouTube shorts, and any of my postings or /ventings or celebrations. And now it's going to be ventings. But yep, that is it. And the season has come to a close. Fun season it was. And everyone, have a good night.